Hello, welcome to another live stream of Master Investor. Glad to be here again on another valuable talk on money, business, and investing. My name is Jose. I'm the founder of the company. Subscribe to the channel if you want to get news about money. I'm going to share with you what's working today and how we can build wealth together, right? The whole point is that we are shaping the investor inside of us to become a master investor, and we're going to do that through high quality financial education. Is the only way that we can elevate ourselves to the next level. If we want to really attract money by not working, then we need to get great at investing, and that is active investing, actively doing it today. So you need to be taking action. And there are 5 different asset classes that we can choose to invest on. So if you have no assets on your asset class, on your financial statement, then you need to get your first asset from any of the asset classes. Okay, you can start in any of them, and you can start with no money. You just have to be good enough to put a deal together to attract the money to you, to either raise the money through loans, credit cards, personal loans that you can get, and put that money to work. The whole game is that you need to figure out where can you put money to work so that it is producing more capital coming in, not only to you but to the bank. So if we're raising the money through the bank, that operation has to pay the bank back the interest, and then all the maintenance of the property. For example, if it's a real estate property, and then if it's a business, it could be a car wash, it could be anything that you can think of as a business operation. That has to bring, the revenue has to cover all the expenses. Otherwise, it wouldn't make any sense. And it has to leave us with positive cash flow, meaning that after we pay everything and everybody, then our cash flow is this, but we're not supposed to be working for that, because sometimes it's depending on what type of investment you get, it could vary in the amount that you're getting. So if you're starting out, you don't need to focus on your working hard inside your business. You got to work on your business, put systems, which is a big difference. Instead of you being an employee of your own business, when you start your business, you're going to be actually the owner and the controller and the one that navigates the entire business from above, and can say, okay, I need to have this system in place, I need to automate this, I need to do this. But you're not working actively inside the business to make the operation happen. It has to, the business has to solve a problem, and it has to be in high demand, and either you created a solution or you're partnering up with other companies that have created a solution, and then you're providing that to those customers, okay? And without you having to be involved. So the sales that are coming in, they have to be on automation. Either you have the systems in place or you have people in place doing those transactions. Okay, you need to take yourself out of the business. Remember, when we're starting out, we need to treat our business like if it's a big business, and then we will have better success rates, because not only we will cover ourselves from the beginning, we will learn that having the great team of professionals makes a big difference. So we need to have a business attorney, a great CPA. Not all CPAs and professionals are ideal for a business, because if they're not trained to protect and multiply wealth, then those professionals are not for us. They may be for the high paying employee, and they have that language, and they are non-investors. These attorneys are non-really business attorneys that understand the laws, that allows us to take advantage of other people's money through loans and credit lines and raising capital, right? Many ways we can raise capital, and we have that information online today. We can search raise capital right now for a business, and there are thousands of people and companies that are offering that type of service. So if you think of anything that you need, there's always somebody doing that professionally. So we need to focus on building our team with great people around. Okay, I want you to start thinking of business and investing as a team sport, not something that you do yourself, because otherwise you're just going to be working like if you just had a job. And the whole purpose of building wealth is the freedom that we have, not having to get up and be somewhere because you're being told to do so because that's your job. Now, if you love your job, it's a whole different story, right? We need great employees. We need people that love what they do so that we can have great services in different areas of life. And if that's your case, you also need to focus on investing. Keep your daytime job and start investing, and think of ideas that can become profitable by serving the masses through a system of systems, because a sound business is a system of systems. Remember that. Okay, I want you to always know that you have to have a team around you in order for the business to work for you, and you can enjoy the positive cash flow from that business. Okay, like right now I have businesses in my asset column that are producing me passive income. Even while I'm here talking on this video, I'm still receiving passive income from all my businesses and assets that I control on my asset column. And we all have a financial statement. We all have an asset column that determines how much wealth we have, because you will see how we make our money. You'll see if we have any assets, and also our expenses and what are priorities. And a lot of times I find that people do not have investing as priority, and one of the list expenses is not even found in the list of expenses. So if you don't have investing as priority, then you need to get it on top of that list as an expense, and part of the income that you're making needs to go strictly to investing. For passive income and capital gains income, those are the two types of income that we can get when it comes to investing. Passive income is taxed at the lowest bracket. Capital gains income is taxed at a higher bracket, but in some instances, we can defer taxes using the loss. That's why I'm telling you, get a good CPA, get a good business attorney. Today we can find them online, but they have to speak the right language. And how do we know if they speak the right language? If we invest in our financial education, that way we can determine, because we are the boss and we are the master investor, we are the inside investor who is raising capital, who is putting ideas together and putting the deal together, and we know a little bit about everything. We are generalists. Okay, an attorney, a CPA, they are a specialist in a subject. And so we need to find the attorney that knows how to use the tax code and the corporate laws to minimize taxes all the way to zero through business expenses legally, and also to help us protect our assets, okay, with the right entities, with the right trust, with the right states where we want to incorporate our entities to take advantage of the taxes. And the way we will determine whether that attorney is qualified to serve us is if we have invested enough in financial education, which it should be priority on our expense column, because financial education is where we find the fundamentals of business and investing, and the history of money and how it has evolved and how it works today. So we always need to come back to the basics. And so that expense is a forever expense that turns out to be the greatest expense, because it's making us wealthier. Okay, the more we know about money, business, and investing, the better we are at going to raise it and make it work, so that it can produce passive income and capital gains income, and we don't have to work to make that money, because we have businesses and we have different assets that are doing that for us. And an asset is something that puts money into our pocket whenever we're not working. And a liability is something that takes money away from us. So before you get a liability in your liability column, find an asset that will pay for that liability cost, so we don't have to worry about it. We can enjoy that liability. Maybe it's a car that we want, maybe it's an experience that is luxury in some way or another, and it costs us money to do that, so we don't want to work to pay for that. We want to make sure that we find an investment that will work to pay for that experience, and it can continue to give us positive cash flow. So if we want to give that experience back and it's only a one-time charge, then now we have an asset that is producing us more wealth, just because we bought it and acquired the asset or built it to cover that liability that we wanted, but it turned out to be also a long-term investment for us that is producing positive cash flow. Okay, that's a key word. How much positive cash flow do we have today? How do we make our money, right? Figure that out. And we have a financial statement on our website, and it's out of our digital course where you will get a book, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, Turn Passive Income On. You're going to learn step by step on how to get set up online, how to start your company, what are the difference between the asset classes that exist, how we can acquire our first asset, and how we can get started today. That's the most important thing, is to apply the information and use it today. Is it useful today? And the answer is yes. So go get the ebook, go get your digital course, download the financial statement, figure out your financial situation by filling in your financial statement, because the financial statements are the foundation of true wealth. We have to learn how to read financial statements and decide whether we can improve that financial statement or what we need to do in order to control that cash flow better, because there's always cash flow flowing through a financial statement. And and that is if there's money, of course, coming in and going out. So you have an individual has expenses, that individual has income, has asset columns, and has liabilities. Maybe that individual only has liabilities, has expenses from the liabilities, and that income that's coming in on his income column is from a job. And that is all the money that he makes or she makes through that job. And so now when we look at it and we say, okay, we need to get an asset on our asset column, something that is detached from me, that will make me enough income through passive income that will pay for all my living expenses. And at that point, we're financially free, okay? And now we're working on building true wealth, because we're gonna compound that asset column with real assets that will produce passive income so that we can have freedom. Okay, you wanna always go after freedom and get money to chase us. We don't wanna chase money. We want to build pipelines that will create passive income through sound investing. So read our ebook. It's going to change your life forever. And I'm going to help you become wealthier by understanding the new rules of money, how to take massive action, how to be in the best shape of your life too, because health is very important. So you want to be healthy as much as possible so that we can enjoy the wealth that we're creating. And yes, it's quick, because if it's not quick, then we're doing a run. Today we have all the technology and the information available to us to create wealth fast. And remember, wealth is measured in freedom, in time, not necessarily in dollars. Everybody's wealth number is different, okay? And the wealth number that we're looking for is, like I said, get to financial freedom, get an asset that will pay for all the living expenses. And then at that point, that's freedom. How long can you go with that asset? If it's 10 years, that's your wealth number. It's 10 years of wealth, because you have free time. I want you to start thinking of wealth as time, not as money, because that's what people do majority of their time. They go and chase money and they work at jobs to like 80 years old, 65, 70, because they never learn how to make that money work hard. They always work for the money, which is a very different mindset, okay? And we need to start young, we need to start now. And if you're an older person, then you need to start now too, because we have all the same opportunity regardless of our age. So we have the tools, we have the resources, we have everything in front of us through a cell phone and a connection to Wi-Fi, to the internet. Wi-Fi is free, so think about that. We can actually start building passive income right now, and I'm going to show you inside of that book and inside of a digital course. Go to the link in the description, and we're going to give you step-by-step guidance on how to get started, how to make your first sale online, on autopilot, even while you're sleeping. That's the whole point. We're going to show you how to make money while you're asleep, because if you're not making money while you're asleep, then that means you probably don't have any assets on your asset column. So if you do have assets now, then take it to the next level. We have marketing strategies, we have sales funnels, we have email responders inside of that ebook that will help you understand how to put all the systems together to leverage your list and acquire new clients that are interested in buying whatever we are selling, whatever our solution is, okay? So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm here having a good time and just decided to come on live because I'm gonna show you exactly how to become wealthy. And I want you to say, hey, I listened to this person. I want you to tag Master Investor, because you are a Master Investor too. You know, we all have an investor inside of us, and the whole point is to make that investor a Master Investor. Become financially free. Don't have to work for money to pay the bills, because we have a company, we have an asset that is building that income for us on autopilot, and that's what we want to do. You know, get to that point first, and then from there you just get another asset, you compound it now. Now you have time to think, now you have time to really orchestrate your next move, your next play when it comes to money, because now if you have saved money, then your job is to invest in your financial education, think of your first asset, and then put that money to work, right? don't be a saver, be a debtor, a good debtor, someone that knows how to raise capital through the banks, and of course put that money to work, put that debt to work, because debt is money. Money is created with debt. That's why debt is tax-free. So when we use debt, it's better because we have leverage, it's tax-free, and then we have the ability to reach infinite return on investment, whereas we don't have any of our money in the deal. It's all through debt, and it still gives us positive cash flow. And that's money for nothing. Okay? So be creative, and the only way to see opportunities when we have enough knowledge in us. Okay? And that's how we're going to be able to build our asset column successfully. And I want to take you through the ride of our company here, Master Investor, to give you a source where you can get great information that will change your life when you apply. Okay, so you need to take massive action. So yeah, that's what we have to do. Go get the ebook and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to be talking soon, and we're going to have a lot of fun talking about money. And we're going to be creative, and we're going to change your whole perspective of how to invest and how easy it is to start building passive income. You don't need much today to start making your first passive income. You can actually make it right away today within 24 hours. You don't need to create the product. You don't need to have your company established just yet. You can start promoting other people's products through affiliate marketing and through other ways that are available for all of us for free. So start building your asset column, build your networks, because you want to connect networks. You want to have something to offer to your networks in exchange for capital, in exchange for those sales that are coming in. So what are you selling? How are you selling it? And what type of money are you making today? Remember, the key income is passive income. Okay, and capital gains income. We want to focus on passive income. Capital gains income will come, and as we invest in different asset classes, we will build capital gains income. Okay, which is when we buy something at a certain price and then we sell it in the future for a higher price. All right, so I hope this has been helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Like I said, you can reach us on our website, send us an email, or you can reply right here. I'm looking at the phone all the time, and I want to help you as much as I can. So let's build our asset column. Okay, that's number one. Figure out your financial statement, and then start thinking, where are you going to invest your first asset? There are 5 different asset classes. Real estate is one of them. Businesses is the other one. The third one is crypto. The fourth is paper assets, and number 5, commodities like silver, gold, and precious metals. So what is going to be your first asset? And I suggest that you focus on passive income, because if you have no assets, you want to get passive income first. You want to build that passive income so that you can maybe quit your job if you don't like your job today. If you have one, maybe you're an entrepreneur already and you need to take your business to the next level. This book and our courses will help you, because it helps the entrepreneur and inside investor or master investor to become more successful and build that bottom line with real assets that produce positive cash flow, of course. Okay, cash flow is the key word. Those are the most important words in the business language. We want to have that cash flow coming in. Okay, so go read How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, Turn Passive Income On. Find the link in the description. And also we have another book that is called The 10 New Rules of Money. We're working on our third book. It's going to be in how to invest in crypto, which is one of the asset classes. We're going to also talk about on another book that we're working on too. We're working on 3 books right now that are going to come out in the next month. Raising capital and the different types of investors that exist. Okay, and that way we can specialize in the type of investors that we want to become, which is the ultimate investor, basically, which is a master investor, someone that does not work for money, and our job is to build passive income and make money work hard for us. And so we know how to create a brand, so we can turn a company into a real brand which has intrinsic value, meaning that it has something unique that no one else can take, and also has financial integrity, meaning all the legalities, and it's profitable and it's making us positive cash flow. Okay, after everything is paid and we don't have to work for that money because there are systems in place. So think of hotels, think of multifamily homes, right? I want you to think big, because the same amount of energy you'll put in a small deal when it comes to real estate is the same amount of energy you put on a big deal. And the bank and others would like to actually invest better in bigger deals than small deals. When you have a lot more people in one building, then you have more leverage. The banks will look at the investment, at the operation, at the building itself, and it stops looking at the entrepreneur, because we're raising the capital to put it to work at this place. Okay, whatever we're showing them. But when it comes to online, you don't need to have a lot of money to get started. You don't have to have money, because you don't need money to make money. You need financial education first. And then you can make money with the money that you have, or raise capital and make money with the debt. But you need financial education, because there are a lot of people with money today and they don't know how to put it to work. Okay? So job number one of an entrepreneur is to raise capital. Job number one of a master investor is to make money work hard. So the job number one of an entrepreneur is to raise capital. And the job number one of a master investor is to make money work hard. So answer the question later on today when you're home: how do you make your money? How do we make our money? Okay, is it through a job or is it through investing? Okay, and then from there you look at your asset column and decide which asset you're going to acquire first to get you to be financially free. In other words, that asset's producing enough passive income per month that will allow you to retire from your job and not have to work again to make money through a paycheck to pay for the bills. That's financial freedom right there. And then we can focus on either taking that asset to the next level if it has room to grow, and hopefully we get into assets that we can grow, and then or we decide which other asset we're going to acquire to make more passive income and build true wealth. True wealth comes from compounding our asset column by acquiring and investing in real assets and sound assets that we control, that our companies control. So I'm going to show you how to incorporate, how to create a brand. Okay, a company is not a brand. You need to create a brand, because otherwise you have a commodity, something that anybody else can have. You want to have something that is unique, and that is what the brand comes in. Okay, and intrinsic value comes in. So it needs to have a patent, whatever you're doing, or something unique that is protected, right? It could be influential, like Nike. Nike is very influential. Everybody loves Nike. Just do it. Keywords, right? Little things that reminds us that that's Nike. Or like McDonald's is very influential. But McDonald's is one of the wealthiest real estate companies that exist. They got $31 billion, I believe, and last time I saw it was on real estate. They're like at the very top, because they're not just a hamburger place. They acquire the real estate and then they sell the franchise, and the bank gives the money to the franchise because they know it works and people love McDonald's. So they created something that people want. Doesn't matter where you put it, people are going to go to that drive-through to get their ice cream and meals and whatnot. And so the franchisor sells it to the franchise, to the person that wants to buy the franchise from them, which is 1.6 million. I think I checked when I was looking at all of that, how they're so wealthy in real estate. And they get that money, and the bank had already gave them a loan to build that property and to acquire that property to build the McDonald's. And so now they have the guy that buy, or the person that buy the franchise from them, pays them every single month for rent from the business that is coming in through those sales of McDonald's. So the land ultimately leaves free for McDonald's, right? Because they're getting the franchisor who bought that franchise from them. They get them to pay them rent every month, operate the entire operation, and then McDonald's gets the rent, pays the bank because they have a loan on that land, right? Because they acquired the land, and then it's free and then they have cash flow coming in through royalties from those sales forever. So a lot of companies out there that are in the fast food restaurant, they don't do the real estate part. They only sell their food and they don't care if they rent the land from some other landlord. But McDonald's does it differently. Every McDonald's that you see, they have ownership of that land. They control that land. So that's why they're the wealthiest real estate company in the world, because they have the most real estate. They control the most real estate in the best corners of the world. Okay, so I just want you to start thinking big, and of course treat your business, no matter how small it is, as if it's a very big business, and it'll make a big difference at the end, right? I'll see you on the next live stream. I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'm gonna come on live later on. I'm gonna do this very often because we need to have a dialogue every day, and I don't wanna leave you behind. I want you to come along with me and be able to do the same actions that I'm doing, the same results. Take whatever works from here, take it, implement it into your asset column, and grow that asset column, right? So that you can create freedom and total freedom, right? Be able to do whatever you want whenever, regardless of the price. And that's when you have enough assets coming in, producing passive income, and it's coming in every day to your bank account. But start with your first asset. What's going to be your first asset? You want to partner out with a company online that will give you a percentage for every sale that you bring to them, and you don't have to create the product. They give you the marketing tools. You don't have to store any product. All you have to do is find the people and do marketing and do ads, maybe once a week, once a month, and just bring in the sales. So it could be subscription products. And I'm going to show you inside that book how to build cash flow with the internet. Get the book, the link is in the description. It's going to show you exactly where to go get those products that are already created for us, and they're free. They give you a unique link for free, and all you have to do is an ad that will link back to that link, and people start buying the product that are you're offering. It could be different products. There are many different categories there that you can choose from. So you can start with 10 products. It doesn't matter. Okay, it's whatever you want to do, but at the end, it's all about the effort and the action that you take, because the information that I'm giving you is information, and it becomes knowledge when we apply it into our lives. Okay, and that's when we see the results. So I don't want to leave you along the way. I want to make sure that you're next to me, watching me grow the wealth, and you can also do the same thing. Okay, through our books and courses and videos that we do is always going to be catered to build the bottom line, to build the investment portfolio with real assets that we control. All right, stay great and wealthy, bringing the good and bad news of money, the business principles that work in all economies. Thank you for watching and joining me today. I appreciate your time and business. Bye for now. Subscribe to the channel.